Have you ever heard the term sell the sizzle and not the steak? This is an interesting term that's mostly in marketing and in businesses. That's the term used to describe how you can actually get people to understand your concept, but indeed not getting them to be able to think that they can actually implement the concept that you have explained to them. So, for example, when I started with the area of business. In fact, before I say that, let me just introduce myself in case we haven't met before. My name is Beatrice Yakubu, and I am the founder of Simply Family Business. What I do is marketing, business and sales strategies to business owners, helping you to grow that business from the point of stagnation to the point of where you can become visible online, so that you will be able to attract your right clients to grow the business. Now, going back to the point of this video is about just getting you to understand how you can make a presentation without actually getting people to think that they will be able to run with the ideas that you've just shared and actually implement. And that is the concept, that concept is termed sell the sizzle and not the steak. Now, the reasons why in marketing we talk about selling the sizzle is that number one, when you are explaining, or when you are doing a presentation, or even in the online space, when you are getting people to understand the concept or about your industry, there is a lot about it, isn't there? There is no way that you can use, for example, in a webinar, there is no way that you can use an hour's presentation to get people to, number one, understand what the industry is or what the concept is, and number two, get them to also understand how to implement whatever solutions that you have suggested. So in that sense, if you try to do that, it is possible that you can do that, but when you try to do that, here is what will then happen. Your audience, I think it's even a disadvantage to the audience, in the sense that they would think that they have understood enough to be able to implement whatever it is that you have shared with them. But here is the thing, there's no way that they can implement it, and for that reason, number one, they are not going to be forthcoming in purchasing or buying the solution that you are offering, and then number two, they go away with this delusion that they'll be able to implement it, and guess what, they won't be able. And in that sense, it's a lose-lose situation for both of you. So in order for you to be able to get people to understand the concept, you then get them to you then talk about the why. So for example, I was talking to this lady who talked about the fact that she was going to do a presentation on helping people to buy properties, for example. And then so she's going about telling me all the things that she's going to share, and it was interesting because these were concepts that are great concepts. But here's the thing: if you tell people these kind of concepts, yes, they go away thinking that, well, yes, I can go out there and then do it. But indeed, number one, some of them are not, perhaps will not be inspired enough to be able to take action. And those who do get inspired, guess what, they are going to get stuck at the implementation stage. And that is why you get them to understand why should they do it, and the benefits of doing, for example, of buying properties, and what properties can do for them and for their family, and also the fact that they are losing money on rent and here and there, and also the fact that even in their old age, having a property can be like a form of pension for them, and so on and so forth. And then when it comes to the implementation, for those who would say, okay, actually I've heard this and it's interesting enough, how can I do it? That is when the people will have to pay her for her services, because then she will now then help them with hand holding and getting them to understand the point of, okay, how do you contact a mortgage broker, how do you get your credit score right, how do you source the property, which location will be the best place, what type of mortgage should you take. There is a lot, and she was thinking about doing this in a 2-hour webinar. And so that is the reason, or that has prompted me to do this video, because I know that there is a lot of us who are still in businesses, and even people in general who also want to help other people. You kind of bombard people and overload them with information, but guess what? Even though you think that you are doing good, but in the end you are actually putting people at a disadvantage, because when people have the illusion they will be able to accomplish something that you have shared, and in the end they are not able to do it because you didn't kind of present it in the right way to get them to buy what it is that, or how you can then help them. It's a lose-lose for both of you. And indeed, in business, you don't want that to happen. You want to have a win-win scenario where you get people inspired enough to be able to take action and say, you know what, for what I've heard, I think that there is a desire in me, just awakening the desire in people to rise up and say that, you know what, if not now, then when, kind of scenario, so that they will reach out and then pay for the solution that you have for them. So that is it with this video. If you are doing a presentation, sell the sizzle and not the stick is the title of the video. My name is Beatrice Yakubu, Simple Family Business. Follow for more, and I would say that subscribe to my YouTube channel. Indeed, that is appreciated, and also press the notification bell if you are watching on YouTube. Thank you so much, and I'll come your way once again. Take care.